Hey guys, this is Miss Tanya. I just finished up a video and I kind of messed up the assignment part, so I'm coming back and redoing it again. I hope you all are doing well. I'm not going to hold you long, so let me just quickly go over a few things and I'll be out of your way. I did post earlier that I wasn't going to do the video until tomorrow, but I stayed over after work and was able to finish up a few things, and I do have time to go ahead and get that done. So really quickly, let's look at last week's work. We're going to look at, let's see here, last week's work. Okay. So in Module 3, I have started grading your assignments for your discussion posts for Module 3. I do still see that some of you are not responding to your peers. Sorry, y'all. I see that some of you are not responding to your peers, but please make sure that you do. There are a few points that have to be taken off if you don't, and I really do not want to have to do that. And also make sure that you're getting your initial post turned in by Wednesday. So most of you have done a better job of doing that if you hadn't before. So let's just make sure that we're getting that done in a timely manner. I do apologize that I did not get to read, not just read, but to respond to your post last week. The time just got away from me. I don't have an excuse for that, but it won't happen again. I am working on that now. I'm just about done with all of your discussion posts. So I will be hopefully tomorrow I'll start going into your informed consent assignment. Please forgive me. Your informed consent assignment that you had that was due yesterday evening. For some reason, there was not a lot of response. I don't know exactly what happened this week, but several of you are missing that informed consent document that you were supposed to have made. You know, make sure that you guys understand that this was supposed to be a made from scratch. You start it and do it yourself with the assistance of those 4 documents. That's why those documents were given to you all, so you could use those kind of as a guideline to go by. And I didn't care if you kind of use some of their format and outline. It's not a big issue, but you guys were supposed to to make one on your own. So just want to make sure that when we have these assignments, because you guys do only have your discussion post right now and your other assignment, that's usually all you have is just those 2. So please make sure you're getting those turned in. I do not want to have to give zeros. I promise you I don't. But I do ask that if you are going to be late on assignments, please contact me. Even if it's Sunday afternoon, as long as you've contacted me before I start grading on Mondays. If there's an issue going on, a legitimate issue, I will allow you guys more time to submit your work. And I thank those of you who have reached out to me, but it's only been a couple, so I still have a few who haven't turned in assignments, and I don't really know why. So I'm a little concerned about that. So I may start reaching out to a few of you who I'm really concerned about through email and through text, just to try to touch base. Okay, so moving on into this week's assignments, you guys are going to be looking at basically group therapy. There are a lot of counseling theories, a lot of therapy terminology that's going into this week. So you all, when you get to your YouTube video, which is where you get the meat of the instruction for the week, that video is going to be very lengthy. You are going to have a lot of different theories, and I'm going to my notes here. You're going to have a lot of different theories and therapies. I don't know if some of you have heard of some of this stuff, but just looking at the theories and counseling techniques this week, what you're going to do is you're going to put bits and pieces together, and you're going to apply them to your groups. Now, it's based on where you all are working, where you plan on working, what you plan on doing with this group class, as to what type of techniques you will utilize as you become a group leader. So you have to choose the concepts and techniques that work best with the clients that you're going to be working with. So some of these that we're going to go over that you're going to see, you may never use. I'm pretty sure that you'll use quite a few of them, but how you do that will be based upon what you plan on doing in your future. But looking at these, we do have approaches like psychodynamic, the Adlerian. You've got your person-centered approach, Gestalt therapy, all the way down to cognitive therapy, solution focused brief therapy, and then even down to motivational interviewing and your feminist theory, where we kind of talk about gender issues, kind of diversity, sexism that's going on right now, what has been going on, and making sure that we are giving our members of our groups the best of us that we can based upon our knowledge, and that we're fair to every member in the group. So these are, and I didn't even go over all of these, but this is a lot of what you're going to be seeing in that YouTube video, going over a lot of the group therapy theories that's going on this week. There's a lot. So I tell you, like I've always learned myself, take the meat of each group and get what you need from it that's going to help you. You can't remember everything, but a lot of this even goes into counseling. If you ever become a counselor, if you ever become a psychiatrist, go into psychology, whatever, you will see these theories over and over and over. So take the meat of it and know that you can apply that to your groups, but don't try to memorize everything, because there's just no way to do it. Now, let's look at your discussion post for this week. So for your discussion post for this week, and I want to make sure I move to module 4. I'm jumping ahead, you guys. So for your discussion post this week, there is a YouTube video that you are going to watch. Please make sure you do that, because that will help you when you get ready to do this discussion. And I'm going to read what it says to you. It says, it is the first week for you at your internship at a residential treatment center. You were just informed by your supervisor that next week you will be starting a dialectical behavior therapy group for about 6 to 8 women who are struggling with borderline personality disorder. Now, you've got like 4 questions here that you're going to have to answer in your discussion post. Let's keep in mind, even though your discussion post says 100 words, when the further we get into these modules, some of these discussion posts, you're not going to be able to answer them using 100 words. It's going to have to be a little more detailed. So I am looking for that, because I want to make sure that you understand the assignment that's been given to you, because you're going to start getting some of these scenarios that when you do your discussions, you get feedback from your peers that's hopefully going to help you. So I challenge you all, as the peers, when you get to that part where you are giving a response to your group members here in this group, that give some constructive criticism if you see where they can make an improvement, or you see maybe something that would help them. Because when you start being a leader, you want to make sure that you've been given as much instruction, you want to be given as much input as possible to be as effective to those group members as possible, so you'll have a successful outcome. So in doing these responses, just kind of give that some thought. If there's something you think they might can improve on, or something they didn't even put in there that you might think would be helpful to them, you could add that also. But that is your discussion post for this week. I do want to focus one more thing, and that is on your assignment. You have it's called Identifying Theories and Approaches assignment. Now this is going to be more like another essay. So most of you did wonderful on your last essay, which was week before last. Just keep in mind when you're doing your essay again, make sure it's double spaced. Put your name on your essay, so that way when I print them out, I'll know whose it is, and I can be putting notes there. But it says, if you were applying for a job leading counseling groups, how would you answer these questions during the interview? So make sure that you focus again on looking at the YouTube video, going over a lot of these approaches this week. Next week we will get back into the textbook a little bit. So just make sure that and if you look at the, and I think in your, let me look here. I think this is, I'm going through a couple modules at a time. I think you do have to use your textbook for one of these. If not, it'll be in next week's module work. So I'm not going to hold you long, guys. I just wanted to make sure that you guys understand that this week we're working with the theories in groups, and theories can be a lot to take in, but I promise you that there's a lot of good information, a lot of good ways to help us to help the people that we're going to be working with, okay? So I wish you guys Best of luck this week on these assignments and anything else you're doing. I know that some of you are not just part-time, you're full-time students, and you have so many other responsibilities. So if there is an issue at any time, please reach out to me and I will be glad to help you. So again, I will be getting in contact with some of you all who I'm a little concerned about with your grades. But other than that, you're doing wonderful. I appreciate you all putting your heart and soul into the discussions. I can tell some of you, you're very honest in the discussions that you have, the response that you give. It just lets me know more about you since we don't see each other face to face. I feel like I get to know you all a little bit better by reading your posts, and I do read every single one of those. So please know you're not just typing something down. I'm reading it, and I'm glad you're giving me some of who you are to help me to know more who it is that I'm working with. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Enjoy this beautiful weather. It is going to be beautiful this week. So if you need me, you can text me through the Remind app. You can send me an email, and I'll be seeing you guys soon, okay? You all take care. Bye-bye.